Suppose for the sake of argument that 300,000 people are out of useful work when they grow to be older, and that each one of them, if he could work, could produce $1,000 worth of new products every year. In other words, if the productive value were $1,000 a year apiece, 300,000 of them would earn $300 million added to the annual productive capacity of the United States. If we could restore every cripple in this country to some kind of useful occupation, it would do much to help the general wealth and well-being of the United States. It has been estimated the average saving from the reduction in tuberculosis alone during the past 20 years, resulting now in 12,000 fewer deaths annually, amounts to a per capita of $5 for every man, woman, and child in this state each year, or an amazing total of $60 million per year. Nothing can, of course, have so determining an influence upon the prosperity of the state as the continuous earning power of the citizens.
And what they do in England is entirely different. In England, the entire cost of medicine for people of all ages, all of it, doctors, the choice of doctors, hospitals, from the time you're born to the time you die, are included in a government program. But what we're talking about is entirely different. And I hope that while he's here, he and Dr. Spock and others who have joined us will come to see what we're trying to do. The fact of the matter is that what we are now talking about doing, most of the countries of Europe did years ago. The British did it 30 years ago.
Where they invited their neighbors to come and listen to a record made by a well-known actor on the evils of socialized medicine.
My name is Ronald Reagan. One of the traditional methods of imposing statism or socialism on a people has been by way of medicine. The doctor begins to lose freedoms. It's like telling a lie, and one leads to another. If a doctor decides he wants to practice in one town, and the government has to say to him, you can't live in that town, they already have enough doctors, you have to go someplace else. All of us can see what happens once you establish the precedent that the government can determine a man's
whole issue of health insurance and universal coverage. It has been the passion of my life. It has been the passion of my life. And it has been the passion of my life since the earliest days of my life, when we have been exposed to cyst-2 and mental retardation.
But I also remember a quote I saw on a plaque in the White House the other day. It's hanging in the same room when I demanded answers from insurance executives and just received a bunch of excuses. And it was a quote from Teddy Roosevelt, the person who first called for health care reform, that Republican, all those years ago, and it said, aggressively fighting for the right is the noblest sport the world affords.
Or to have the courage to change in a difficult time, we must first be secure in our most basic needs. Tonight I want to talk to you about the most critical thing we can do to build that security. This healthcare system of ours is badly broken, and it is time to fix it.
A big bill like this is always messy. FDR was called a socialist when he passed Social Security. JFK
and say, no, it is not time. We can't afford it. It's the wrong bill at the wrong time. My friends, if that health insurance is good enough for the members of the Congress of the United States and good enough for the President of the United States, it's good enough for everybody in Montgomery County, everyone in Pennsylvania, and everyone across this country.